Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 65, and today we're going to be talking about scheduling fun into your day. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into today's episode. Okay guys, so before we get into talking about scheduling fun into your day, I just want to do, like I do every Monday when I do my main episode of the week, I want to share my frugal tip of the week. So this week, my tip, it's not really like a money saving tip, but I still think it's a frugal tip because it's related to how you use your freezer if you have a chest freezer. If you don't, sorry, this won't apply to you, but still something I wanted to share in case for those of you who do. So I have a chest freezer in my basement where I keep, meat and mostly meat, but things like that in the freezer downstairs. And I used to really kind of struggle with it a little bit because things would just get piled on top of one another, and I never would remember like exactly what I had in there, and it'd be really hard to see what was in there. And I'd have like tons of chicken breast in the bottom, and I'd go buy chicken breast because I didn't realize there was chicken breast at the bottom of the freezer, and it was kind of all over the place. Things would be in random spots because it was just kind of all tossed in there. So at one point, I think I went on like maybe a Facebook user group or whatever, and I asked people for suggestions on how they kind of organize their chest freezer to make it more manageable. And someone had replied that they use the reusable grocery bags, like the canvas type, like, I don't know if they're canvas, but you know what I mean, the regular, like the reusable grocery bags to organize their freezer. So I went on Amazon and I bought a pack of just like plain, like a big, like multi-pack, maybe it was like 10 or 12, I don't remember how many came in it, of the reusable grocery bags. And it is the greatest thing. It made such an enormous difference in how I use my freezer, because what I do is I have a bag for each different type of meat. So like I'll have like a bag for like chicken breast, and I actually wrote like in Sharpie marker on the bag, so it'll just say like chicken breast, and chicken breast goes in there, or like hamburger meat or whatever, like the basic kind of meat categories that I have. I wrote right on the freezer bag. And then I put like the chicken breast in the one bag, the hamburger meat in the other bag, maybe pork chops in another one, whatever. It's kind of sorted in general categories. And then I'll just have one that's just like a random thing, like that maybe might have like some frozen items in there, like, I don't know, mozzarella sticks or whatever, some things like that. And why it's so great is that you can just pull the freezer bags out. Not the freezer bags, the grocery bags. Like you could just pull out the whole bag of chicken breast, pull out the whole bag of hamburger meat, whatever, to get to whatever's underneath. So you can just easily pull these bags out, stick them on the floor, pull out the one you need, take out what you need, and then you just put everything back real quick. And it's so super easy, and it just made my life so much simpler and makes it so much easier for me to use the freezer. And I don't rebuy stuff that I already have, because when I'm doing my meal planning for the week, I can just run down there really quick, see what I already have, count how many packages of chicken breast I have or whatever, so I can know what I need to buy. So that's my frugal tip of the week. Okay, so let's talk about scheduling fun. I said scheduling fun into your day, but it's not, it's into your week, into your month, whatever. So when it comes time for us to schedule fun, I think most of us all schedule planned vacations. We'll say, okay, the second week of July next year, we're going to go to this place, or we're going to do a weekend trip, this time around the holidays or whatever. And we put them on the calendar, and we have specific dates, and we plan where we're going to go and what we're going to do. Everyone pretty much does that. But when it comes to just your regular everyday little fun things like, going on a hike, or going for a bike ride, or playing board games with your family, or just whatever, just things like that, we don't often schedule them into our week. So the thing is that if we don't schedule them into our week, they often don't happen. So like some things we'd like to maybe do more might be, like I said, going on a hike, playing a board game with your family, maybe going to a park, going to the beach or the lake or whatever. So many simple little things like that. They can be really fun to do with your family, and they don't take a whole lot of time or planning. So just think about it. Like, do you do these things as often as you would like to? Everyone has really busy schedules. I get that. We all have really busy schedules, but usually somewhere in that schedule, there's a little bit of downtime, a couple of hours where you can plan to do something fun. So I know it doesn't sound like fun to schedule fun. One of my daughters who's a teenager, she gets really annoyed if I say, oh, we're going to do this on this day at this time. Like if it's more just like a random thing, like playing a board game or whatever. And she's like, I don't know why we always have to schedule time to have fun. Why can't we just do it whenever? But that's the problem. Like, you often don't just do it whenever. You know, you might think like, oh yeah, maybe we'll play a board game over the weekend, but the weekend comes and goes, you get busy, you wind up cleaning, doing laundry, running errands, things like that, and it doesn't always happen. So while it might sound like it's not fun to schedule fun, it actually is, and it actually makes those things happen. Like, think about it. How many times have you seen a friend that you haven't seen in a while and you guys say, we really have to get together, and then next time you see them, maybe who knows how long, a couple months from now, you guys see each other, oh, it's so great to see you, we really have to get together, and then it continues on and you never get together. Well, what if at that moment you both looked at your calendars and said, I'm free 2 weeks from now on Saturday, let's plan, come over, we'll order pizza or whatever. If you put it on your calendar, you most likely will actually get together because it's scheduled. If you think, oh yeah, I'm free next weekend, maybe we should get together, and then you don't actually officially put it on the calendar, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, maybe that might happen, and then the day comes and you're not ready and you decide to run out to the grocery store because you need to pick up a few things, or whatever, you're just running around, you're living your life, you might wind up just doing not much of anything. If it's not on the calendar, it's not likely to happen. And that can be applied to those small little things that we want to do. Go for a walk around the neighborhood, go to a local park, like I said, play board games, just any of those little things that you want to do in your life. So, for example, say you notice that you have nothing going on your calendar for this upcoming Friday night. So if you do nothing, you plan nothing, you come home, it's Friday night, you could wind up just winging it. Something could come up. Maybe it does. Maybe you wind up having fun that night. Or maybe you just wind up kind of not doing much, watching TV, scrolling on social media, and just kind of wasting the night. But what if instead you scheduled a family game night and you said, okay guys, this Friday we're going to have a family game night. There's nothing on the calendar. We don't have to be anywhere. Everyone be prepared. We're going to have a game night this Friday at 6 o'clock. It's going to be family game night time. And it's fun. You can ask everyone, like, what do they want to play? Do they have any special snacks they want you to pick up for the game night? It's something that you can kind of prepare for and have fun talking about during the week and kind of getting everyone psyched up for it. Like, don't forget, guys, it's board game night this Friday. I use the board game thing a lot because I always like to do that with my kids. It's something I try and make an effort to do more of. But it doesn't have to be a board game night. It can be anything. It can be, guys, don't forget, we're going to go hike on Friday at this park after dinner. There's a nice short walk. We can go do that. Then we'll come home and we'll have a little barbecue or whatever. Like, it can be anything. It's just the point of picking a time, putting it on your calendar, and planning for it. And, by doing that, it actually creates more happiness in your life, in addition to having the fun that you have when you do whatever it is that you plan to do. Think about it. Like, how often have you had a vacation coming up and you spend all these hours just thinking about how fun the vacation's going to be? Like, that is fun in and of itself. Like, it's fun to think about these fun things that you have coming up in your life. So it's no different than when you schedule something fun. Like, if you're having a stressful day, you could think, oh, this is really rough, but I can't wait till Friday night. It's going to be so fun. We're going to have that family game night. And it adds more happiness throughout your week, just knowing that fun time is scheduled and coming up in the future, and it gives you something to look forward to. So I just think it's a really it's a really great idea to try and do it when you can, because it really makes those things happen. So I suggest right now, if you have something that you really want to do with your family that you've been talking about, we really should do this. We really should spend some time to go walk this trail that we've never done before. That's literally 5 minutes down the road from us. Or we really should go on a bike ride, or we should go to this county zoo, or take a couple hours and go to the beach. Like I said, these don't have to be like a whole day event. If you don't have a whole free day, like me and my kids sometimes will just go to the beach. Okay, so there's probably like a weird edit that you just heard now where it just chopped my speaking off, because I totally forgot that if I set a timer on my phone. I set a timer on my phone because I had laundry going and I wanted to make sure I put it in the dryer when it was done. And if I'm recording and the timer goes off, it just stops my recording. Like, I didn't even realize I was just talking away, and I looked at my phone and I'm like, okay, that's great. I haven't been recording for how long? So anyway, that's real life. So where was I at? So, just talking about simple little things. It doesn't have to be a big, huge event. Like my kids and I sometimes will plan to go to the beach. My kids used to say, we never get to go to the beach enough in the summer. So what I would do is I would plan like, okay, this Sunday morning, we're going to go to the beach. And, it would be scheduled for, but if we didn't have the whole day to spend, we would just do like, we'd get up really early, go get like some bagels and maybe a couple of drinks or something, and just go to the beach before it got crowded, spend a couple hours at the beach, and we'd be out of there before noon. So we still had the whole rest of the day to get done whatever else might need to get done in the house, like laundry or cleaning or things like that. So you can have fun in short periods of time, and you can definitely squeeze them in. So, one other thing that I do, just for a suggestion in case it might work for you, is I also have a reminder on my phone. This doesn't really apply right now because the movie theaters aren't open yet. When I'm recording this, it's still during the whole coronavirus pandemic. But basically, we used to like to go to the movies sometimes when like a new movie would come out that the kids really wanted to see. So I think it was like Friday, I had a reminder that would go off on my phone, and it would just say movies on Sunday ? And it would just prompt me to think or ask the kids, or like this kind of remember. I usually would know if there was a movie coming out that they were saying that they wanted to see. And if there was, and we had free time on Sunday, I would put it on the calendar. I would go on the website, because I usually order the tickets like online, and I would go on and buy the tickets for the movie for Sunday morning. We always go Sunday morning because it's much cheaper to go to the movies. We would go see the matinee. So I would go ahead and buy the tickets in advance, and we would plan that for Sunday. So it was just kind of something that the kids really liked to do, and I would just have that weekly reminder pop up so that if there was something coming out that they wanted to see, it would prompt me to make sure to schedule that into our weekend if we could. So that's just kind of like a tip. If there's something like regular like that you think, your family might want to do, and you just want to have a reminder to prompt yourself to say like, oh, let's see if maybe we could do that this weekend. It worked out. It definitely had me plan to go to the movies with them more often than I would have had I not had that reminder come up on my phone. So that's it. I definitely would suggest going and putting something on your planner, put it in your phone calendar, whatever it is you use to track your schedule or to track upcoming events. Find a time that you have free and plan something fun that you want to do, and then make sure you do it at that time. Usually if it's on the calendar and scheduled, you're much more likely to do it than if not. So that's it for today. I really hope you take this suggestion, and I hope you have more fun in your week. So thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to reach me with comments or episode suggestions, you can go to facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life, and you could send me a message there or post something to the page. You can like the page if you want to see anything that I post on there in the future. If you're interested in sharing ideas and having discussions on some of the topics that we discuss on this podcast, you can join our private listener group. You can reach that through a link on the Facebook page, or you can go directly to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. That's all one word with no apostrophe, and submit a request to join the group. As soon as I see it, which is usually within a day, I will approve you, and I'd be really happy to have you. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you like these episodes, and if you would like to, I'd be really appreciative if you left a rating. And that's it. So thanks again. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.